So with regards to your project that you've got to look at branding. Okay, what is branding? Okay, I've compiled a few slides just to help you along. But branding years ago was merely just a logo. Okay, it was just literally a forward, outward facing image that was put onto billboards and magazines, and that was about it. Then 50s, 60s, we started to see kind of Mad Men, and branding and advertising took a greater level. Now it's about the person and that journey that people can go along with the brand. Okay, so if I click on this slide here, when you're thinking about your brand, think about brand personality. Okay, what does it look like to other people? Okay, how do you feel, or how do people feel about it? You can go down the sincerity route. Okay, down to earth, honest, wholesome, and cheerful. Okay, think brands out there that are like that. I suppose like Quaker Oats, maybe. Excitement, daring, spirited, imaginative, and really quite up to date. For me, I think brands like Ollie Proudlock and his brand called Serge de Nimes. When I think of that, it's quite edgy. Competence, reliable, intelligence, and successful. Sophistication, glamorous, upper class, and charming. Okay, start thinking about brands like Hackett, clothing brand. Okay, it's very sophisticated, it's glamorous, quite charming. And then you think about ruggedness and tough and outdoorsy, and think about brands that relate to that. The persona, how a brand communicates with their audience, which is expressed through its tone of voice, design assets, and then integrate this into a communication touch points in a coherent way. Brand awareness involves the customer, okay, ability to recall and or recognize brands and branded advertising. So if you take, for instance, the McDonald's logo, you don't even need the word McDonald's. You know what it is. Nike, okay, Adidas, okay. Brand elements. This is something that you might touch on, okay. When you're creating your collection, research other collections, see what they're about. You know, the names of the collection, the season, the whole thing. And then, of course, think about your brand, what you are calling yourself, your name. Okay, the word or words that accompany the product, a logo, an image, so you can have the Nike tick, the swish, take the word Nike away, and you've got that. It could be, you could go down the route of creating that logo. Tagline and catchphrase, like Nike, just do it, or MasterCard. There are some things that money can't buy. For everything else, there's MasterCard. Developed, I think it was about 1997, and it's still around today. It's been parodied to death as well. Graphics, the dynamic ribbon on Coca-Cola, which is actually a branded trademark. Shapes, the distinctive Coca-Cola bottle and the Volkswagen Beetle are trademarked elements of that brand. I'm also thinking the geological looking surface and geometric look to Issey Miyake. When you see some clothing, you know instinctively who that belongs to. I know it's about the cut and everything else, but seriously, Issey Miyake, everything down to the bottle, you know, of perfume, it seems to be on autopilot, if that makes sense. It just seems to be just right. Colours, the instant recognition of consumers, okay. And of course, sounds. These are the things that you won't touch upon: sounds, scents, and tastes. Sounds, a unique tune or set of notes for a jingle, possibly. Scents. Oh, hang on. In that tune. Scents. The rose jasmine musk scent of Chanel No. 5, trademarked. And taste. Kentucky Fried Chicken, and that special recipe. Another thing here is movements. I didn't realise this. Someone told me this at the school gate only recently. Things you talk about. Lamborghini doors. Apparently they are trademarked. You can't put them on a car without going to Lamborghini and saying, hey, can I use your swish of the door? Things you find out. Brand communication. This is what we were saying before. Brand communication or advertising or logo or development of that brand. It's not merely just for magazines anymore. Okay, it's everything. It's about the public relation, how you are perceived, and where you are perceived. Where do you actually put your advertising? Do you put it on a billboard? Do you put it in the Liverpool Echo? It might not suit the Liverpool Echo. You might be more Grazia or another publication. Okay, and types of brand names. Okay, there's several here. You can initialize your name for your brand. Okay, it could be your monogram, your initials of your name, or it could be just made up. Okay. Descriptive. Names that describe a product, okay, or benefits or function. Okay, Whole Foods or Toys R Us. Toys R Us. You know, it's there, it's describing it. Alliteration. Names that describe a product, benefit or function, such as Dunkin' Donut. Okay, geography. Fujifilm. Okay, you might call your brand after a location, which then just throws me to just something else. IKEA. It's not a Swedish name. Doesn't actually exist. It's I and K, the owners, and is it EA? Yes, EA are the first initials of the village he's from. IKEA. There you go. Every day is a teaching lesson. Personification, taking names from myths such as Nike. Okay, it's a Greek god, I think, and Bernard Matthews. Yeah, it's just one I was thinking about before. Thinking about that. Betty Crocker. You know. And then you got punny. Some brand names are created around a silly pun. Okay, can you think of any? Portmanteau, combining two words together, like Vodafone, stands for voice, data, telephone. IKEA, I guess, comes into there maybe. So these are little things. What I would suggest you do, guys, ask yourself a few questions with regards to your collection. What is the voice? What is the tone of voice? How do you want to be perceived? Okay. When I think about Bowden, okay, and white stuff, those type of clothing, straight away I know who wears that, who buys into it. It's that kind of thing you want to think about. It might aid you in the name. This may aid you. This may aid in the name of not only your collection but your brand. Look at past collections, new collections. Okay. Take 5 fashion brands and try and read their profiles. Audience communication, tone of voice, the values, the principles on which brand bases its behaviour, and reflection. The stereotypical user, as I say, Bowden, when I think about who wears Bowden. Hope this helps. Okay? Can you hear everyone outside? Days off, eh? Catch you later. Oh, just use that as a guide, okay? Just read them.